Time now for Talk of the Town, where we talk about what's going on in our town and the sports world in Colorado. Brady King is off this weekend, so it's just me and Nick Rothschild. You're going to have to hang with us.
We ride.
For Talk of the Town. And Nick, still kind of baffled about the blowout at Ball.
Yeah.
The blowout at Ball. Doncic and LeBron came in and just destroyed the Nuggets in front of a national TV audience on their home court. Are we blowing the blowout a little bit out of proportion here? Is it really that big a deal? They're still 9-1 in their last 10 games.
Getting embarrassed on your home court is always a big deal, especially being in the building. They can't blame the fans for not bringing the energy. When that game started, it was a playoff enthused crowd. Most concerning thing for me would be the turnovers and the limit of their fast break points. They're one of the best running teams in basketball, and they couldn't do that against the Lakers. The defensive stuff has been an issue all year, but the fact that the offense looked so constipated, they couldn't get out and run, and Jared Vanderbilt and company legitimately bothered Jokic, those are all legitimately worrying things. Overall, though, still 20-some games left to play. I don't think that is indicative of where they'll be come playoff time.
Yeah, what bothers me the most is that the hype surrounding the game, and you're at home, you have a chance to show LeBron and Luka, the darlings of the NBA, to show them, hey, you come to Denver, you're going to get beat. And it's finals or bust for this Nuggets team, and it just didn't happen.
Does it matter in the grand scheme of things that Jokic had a clunker on national TV? No, because I still think this is a national championship contender, or an NBA championship contender. But it doesn't look good, and it doesn't feel good right now. If they get back up on the horse, though, beat Indiana, and especially beat Boston in Boston, this will be forgotten.
What scares me, too, is the Lakers now. If that's Luka Doncic and LeBron James we're going to get, and that team is what we're going to get for the rest of the season, they're in fourth place right behind the Nuggets, who are in third in the West. If that's the Lakers team, not an aberration, if that's the way they're going to be, then that's a scary thing as we head down towards the playoffs in the Western Conference.
Best Lakers team since the one that won the championship in the bubble, in my opinion.
All right, well, let's talk about the NFL. And the Combine happens this week in Indianapolis, where, the Underwear Olympics?
Ooh.
A bunch of guys running around in tights and T-shirts. Whoa, gosh, look how fast he is. I'll put a helmet and pads on him, please. But, yeah, so we'll hear from Sean Payton and George Payton for the first time since the season ended when they had their press conference after that. And, the thing everybody says they need, Sean Payton says they need, a joker, which is a running back or a tight end in his words. So we're going to see a couple of tight ends and Tyler Warren and Colston Loveland. We're going to see running backs all over the place. I just don't know if they're going to get a joker in the draft here at number 20. I don't know who's going to be there. Tyler Warren's not going to be there. I don't think Genty's going to be there either. So I don't know what we're going to look for here in the NFL draft coming up.
Well, the most important thing about this scouting combine week is the media availability with Sean Payton. Because if you remember last year, this is when we got the sense that Payton was looking for his quarterback of the future in this draft. And he was bullish on his ability to identify that player. He almost can't help himself at these press conferences at the Combine specifically.
Well, when you're talking about a joker, if you draft Colston Loveland from Michigan, the tight end, is he going to make the difference? One of the running backs after Ashton Genty? I don't know, or sign somebody in free agency? To me, I would make Marvin Mims Jr. the joker.
He certainly grew as the year went along, and his role grew as I think Sean Payton started to trust him in doing some of the gadget joker-type roles that Payton has used guys like Reggie Bush or Alvin Kamara in the past. I am concerned that Mims is a little slight for that role. Payton, the reason tight end is part of the Joker philosophy is because he's had guys like Jimmy Graham and Jeremy Shockey, these big physical difference makers in the red zone that can also open up the middle of the field wherever you are.
He mentioned smaller guys. He's mentioned big tight ends. So I guess we'll have to see what he wants to do.
You got Mims. Mims can be your dynamic guy. But then if you draft a Colston Loveland, maybe he opens up the middle of the field and you combine Mims and Loveland and that's your joker. But you have it in two different ways as opposed to being one guy.
All right, Nick. Thanks, man. Good stuff. All right, we got to take a break, but coming up, we're going to tell you the story of a former CSU linebacker who is teaching the lessons he learned on the field to a bunch of elementary school kids in Littleton. Great story coming up, and we'll do that right after this break on Denver 7 Sports.